Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Finland During Summer 4K, Beautiful Blonde Finnish Girls and Nature, Feast for the Eyes. This is from a channel called Outside Media, so check it out. It says Finland during the summer. I have no idea. They have a nice summer. I don't know. When I think of Finland, I'm not thinking exactly summer, but I guess we'll see. So let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. Is this Helsinki?
After months of darkness, the light returns to Finland. Finnish
Finally.
summer. A season that feels like a dream.
Yes.
Too short to hold, too beautiful to forget. The midnight sun turns days into endless light, where time slows and every moment feels alive. From peaceful beaches and outdoor adventures, to the laughter of beautiful blonde girls, Finnish traditions, and even Latin dancing under the open sky. This is a summer unlike any other. A season where the sun never sleeps, and neither do the stories waiting to be lived.
Because they have no night,
Welcome
right?
to the Finnish summer.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
Finland is arguably one of the coldest and darkest places on Earth,
Yes,
and its summers
I'm
feel
aware.
almost unreal in contrast. This time,
I wonder if they make the most of the summer simply because they know it doesn't really last long and they have so many dark nights. So it's sort of, we have to make the most of it. We don't know when it's going to be over.
I'm exploring alone, but together we'll walk its streets, experience its nature, and see what this northern summer has to offer.
It looks like it was really nice outside. So at least they do have an actual summer.
When the Finnish winter finally fades and the temperatures begin to rise, the entire country seems to transform. Cities fill with color, parks overflow with life, and people rush outside to enjoy the season they've been waiting for. Summer here is not just a change in weather, it's a shift in rhythm, energy, and mood.
Oh, that's nice. Is there an outdoor market?
And if there's a place that truly captures the spirit of the Finnish summer, it's Helsinki, where the light never fully disappears, where nature feels endless, and where beauty, both in the landscapes and in the people, surrounds you.
I wonder how long it actually lasts, and you better invest in some blackout curtains. It's gonna be like 2 months of perpetual day, because that seems like a nightmare.
From every angle. During the summer, something subtle but undeniable happens in the atmosphere in Helsinki.
Oh my god,
The
what?
long winter layers come
What
off,
is it?
and something opens up. Smiles appear more often.
People are friendlier.
Conversations flow more easily, and a kind of effortless elegance emerges. And you notice it immediately in the people, especially
Because people are in a good mood. They don't have to be in the constant darkness.
The women.
They're not depressed. Everyone's outside. They're enjoying the nice weather. It seems lovely.
Finnish women have this natural, understated beauty that stands out not because they try to impress, but because they simply are. There's a quiet confidence in the way they dress, walk, and carry themselves, as if the long winter taught them to appreciate every warm day the sun gives them.
I bet it has. This is the first woman that I'm seeing with a sort of a sweater. Everyone's with few layers. Shorts, short sleeved, t-shirt and blouses.
Their style is minimal and refined, yet somehow striking. Light colors, clean lines, simple silhouettes, nothing loud, nothing forced, just authenticity.
A lot of neutral
And in the
colors
summer
as well.
light, everything feels amplified.
Oh,
The golden glow,
first woman that, I'm gonna rewind it. First woman that I'm seeing with tights, pantyhose.
the summer light, Everything feels amplified.
Maybe she works at an office where there's an air conditioning. No, because they probably don't have air conditioning. It's Europe.
The golden
She just runs
glow,
cold.
the fresh air, the relaxed mood of the season. It all creates this aesthetic that's impossible to ignore. It isn't about glamour, it's about presence. The kind of beauty that blends into the environment, yet stays with you long after you've looked away.
Oh, that's lovely. That's very nice. Another person with a sweater. Well, it's not a sweater. It's a t-shirt.
Finnish summer reveals a side of Finnish women that winter keeps hidden, and walking through the city,
With the
you can
layers.
feel it. This mix of confidence, warmth, and effortless charm that gives Helsinki a personality entirely its own. The women here exude a type of beauty that almost feels ethereal in the soft northern light.
They have good lighting. It makes everyone look prettier. Is that a mall? Do we have malls?
Finnish
don't know.
summer isn't about spectacle, it's about balance. And in these ordinary moments, you start to understand why this season
What's
means
that
so
word?
much to the people who live here.
Is that a duck? No, that can't be a duck. Is that coffee or some ice cold beverage?
Daily life in Finland changes when summer arrives.
This is
The
beautiful.
pace slows, and there's a feeling that time has expanded, but at the same time, everything feels more alive.
Everything feels more alive because you have
People
the sun.
seem more present, more open, more willing to linger in the moment. People spend less time
Because you can be outside and you don't have to be constantly in a rush because you want to get home to be warm.
indoors and more time outside, as if they're making up for the months when the cold
Exactly.
kept them apart.
It's absolutely that. I have no doubt in my mind. It's because, of course, they're trying to make the most of it simply because, of course, it's going to be cold. So you got to be, I think, probably because, again, it's a way to live and you get used to this. But I would assume, well, yes, because I can't really go and be outside during the winter months. I kind of have to make the most out of the time that I do have. And because I don't want to be stuck inside because I already spend months inside of my house, then yes, of course, this is a time of making leisurely walks and just sort of being outside. And yes, it's very nice because, again, you've been hibernating, basically. It's really bask on the warmth. Okay, what is that weird? I'm gonna go back. What is that weird sculpture in the background? I thought, okay, it's triangles. For 1 second, I thought there were like bicycle parts. And I was, what a weird sculpture. No, it isn't.
Cafes open their terraces, streets feel warmer, and simple routines turn into small rituals
coffee?
meant to be enjoyed rather than rushed.
Exactly, because you can be outside. There's no rush. Okay, I'm gonna go back again. I'm seeing a woman on a bike and they're walking. So I am gonna guess they are on a bicycle lane. Are they walking on the bicycle lane? Who's in the wrong here? I think there's gonna be someone in the wrong because I have no doubt they have bicycle lanes. So who's in the wrong? Are the walkers the pedestrians or is the one in the bike? But no one actually. It's good that they're not maybe the rule followers because they just stand it to the side. But I think there are countries in which you could be, people are going to turn around and be like, hey, what are you doing? This isn't where you're supposed to be. Or the other way around. Who knows?
You see people biking everywhere, sitting by the water with a coffee, meeting friends in
Nice.
parks,
Love it.
or walking without a destination, just
This is
enjoying the
very pretty.
light.
Oh, it just dawned on me. She's walking with like her iced coffee And a lot of people say that in Europe, people, when they're having coffee, they're having like a sit down and, you're sitting down with your coffee, that you're not having your coffee to go. So I don't know, this is maybe it's not that common, but people still do this. As this is a clear example. Well, maybe in Finland, it's a little bit different.
There's a
Seeing a lot of
quiet
bikes.
happiness in these moments. No hurry, no noise, just presence.
Yeah, I think that the weather makes it, I don't know, easier to enjoy life, basically. You're not called miserable.
Summer
so yes,
gives everyday life a softer rhythm, one that feels almost intentional. What's striking is how little it takes to feel fulfilled here. A sunny afternoon, a
it's
calm
sun.
lake, a conversation on a bench, a long walk that stretches into the evening.
Oh, some more activities. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, they have an actual beach. I thought it wasn't like a beach in which you could
Summer
swim.
in Finland is lived
But it is.
outdoors. The moment the weather allows it, people take advantage of every hour of light.
They're shedding the layers. They're shedding everything. Again, they stop the hibernation period, and they're like, I'm ready to go outside.
There's a strong sense of freedom in the way Finns
bleeding my
use their
cocoon.
space in summer. No schedules, no pressure, just movement guided by light and weather.
Oh, because they're on vacation. Yeah, I was thinking, wait, don't people have work, school? No, it's summer for everyone. Everyone's on a break.
The outdoors
Cool.
becomes an extension of home, a place to reset and breathe,
Oh my god, that looks fun.
reconnect with nature, with others, and with yourself before the seasons change once again.
Oh, this is beautiful. What is this? Is this some sort of palace?
You'll see people running along coastal paths,
Do we have a monarchy?
cycling through quiet neighborhoods, grilling by the water,
Ooh,
or
I love the
stretching out
boat.
on smooth rocks, warmed by the sun. Nature isn't something you visit here, it's something you participate in.
Oh, I like that. It's lovely. Yeah, you're a part of it because nature is
The
a part of you as
forests
much as you're a
become
part of it.
playgrounds. Lakes turn into gathering places. The sea invites people in, even when the water is still cold.
Oh no, the water is cold, and I thought the water was warm. Okay, so they're bracing the water. I thought it was warm, and that's why people were swimming in
paddleboarding,
it.
kayaking, hiking, every moment of warmth is used, never wasted.
I guess maybe they have to do sports in the water because you're gonna get a little bit sweatier and you're gonna be a little more active, so you're not as cold. Maybe that's why they're so into sports. It's because yes, we have to be constantly moving because otherwise you're just gonna get frozen to death if you're just sort of I'm leisurely, floating in the water. No, you have to move. You have to do something. The water's cold. Is that a skate park? What is that? It is a skate park. Oh my god.
Outdoor activity
that's
here
awesome.
isn't loud or rushed. Families gather for simple picnics that last longer than planned.
They're
Even
fishing.
exercise feels different. Open air gyms, long walks by the sea, slow evening
Yes.
runs under a sky that never fully darkens.
They're playing hockey in the middle of
And as
like,
the day
city?
stretches into night, activities don't stop.
Oh my
They
god, I want to
simply
get on that
soften,
boat.
blending seamlessly
Oh,
into
it's
the
a
endless glow.
dog! Oh, I just realized. Oh, I'm gonna rewind it. It's adorable. It's
They
a little
simply
pug.
soften, blending seamlessly.
Oh my god, and he's like the captain because he's sort of I don't know, obviously I know he's not the captain, but it looks like he's the captain. He's like riding the boat. Well, driving the boat, riding the boat, I don't know.
Into the endless glow
He's a little
of the
sailor.
Finnish summer.
He's
One of the
literally
most
guiding
surreal
them. I love that the people are just, I don't know, at the mercy of the pug.
parts of the Finnish summer is the midnight sun,
Oh my
this
God.
strange, beautiful phenomenon where the day refuses to end.
This scares me, freaks me out. It's unnatural.
The sun
I feel
sinks
like I feel like our brains and bodies they need they need the darkness at some point.
toward the horizon, but instead of disappearing, it pauses, lingers, and spreads a soft golden light across the
Yeah, but-
entire
okay.
city.
Do they still have sort of it gets a little bit dark, but there's still you can still see the sun, or is it constant sort of like 6 p.m.
Midnight.
light?
Helsinki feels like it's suspended in time.
Yes.
People are out walking, biking, talking,
At like 1 a.m.
laughing, as if the night has forgotten how to be dark.
Of course, because it has. I wonder if like it would be so weird if you're just walking around normally and it's like 2 a.m. How come everything's closed?
The
And
rhythm
it's like,
of
yeah,
life
because it's
changes
2.
completely. You lose track of hours because the sky never tells
Exactly.
you to stop. You see children playing outside.
The more I think about this, the more nightmarish of a situation I think about. You know, I'm starting to think of all sort of a scenarios, and you're like,
outside
oh my
late
God.
into the evening, groups having picnics at 11 p.m., and couples watching a sunset that slowly turns into a sunrise without
Oh
ever
my
fully
God.
setting.
Oh my God, I
It's
want to see it.
hypnotic. You feel
Yes.
energized, awake, almost enchanted by this endless twilight.
It's crazy. I want to see how the light looks like at, I don't know, 11
The
p.m.
midnight sun gives the summer a magical, dreamlike quality. The light is soft, warm, and almost cinematic. It makes colors richer, emotions deeper, and moments more memorable. You can't help but think that this is why Finns hold on to summer so tightly. After months of darkness, this endless light feels like a gift, one they savor every second of, right until the moment it fades again.
Well, yeah, we'll have to do it this next
Finnish
year.
summer is also a social awakening, rich with traditions. Streets
Do they have
that
festivals?
once felt still come alive with festivals, open-air concerts, and spontaneous gatherings that stretch late into the light-filled night.
It's the perfect place to have a festival. It's like it's never gonna get
From
dark.
city parks to seaside stages, music fills the air. Jazz, electronic, indie, folk, each festival reflecting a different side of Finnish culture. Dancing, singing, and quiet moments under the midnight sun blend
She's the only one in
into
a trench
one
coat.
long, unforgettable night.
Oh, or she's a performer. Maybe because she's a performer, it's different. Maybe it does get it. I'm
And then
just trying to
there's
see some
Johannes.
sweaters.
Midsummer, the most important celebration of the year. Bonfires
Oh.
are lit
They also have Midsummer. I thought it was only Sweden that
by
celebrated
lakes
this.
and along the coast. Many people leave the cities behind and travel to small cottages by lakes or in the forest,
Oh,
places
lovely.
where time seems to slow down and everyday routines fade away.
Love it.
You'll even find unexpected scenes. People dancing Latin music outdoors, strangers sharing conversations, laughter echoing through public squares. The formality of winter gives way to warmth,
A
openness,
wedding.
and connection.
Oh my.
This is
Oh my
Finland
God,
in
okay.
summer, a country that knows how to be silent, but also knows how to celebrate when the light finally returns. Finland in summer feels like a dream because it never lasts long enough. Just when you begin to settle into the rhythm of endless light and quiet
It's over.
days, you're reminded how fragile this
No.
season really is. The warmth, the colors, the energy, everything feels temporary, and that awareness makes every moment more meaningful. There's a softness to life here in summer. Time stretches, conversations linger, and even silence feels comfortable. You start to notice small things, the way the light reflects on the water, the calm of a city at midnight,
So poetic.
the peaceful coexistence between people and nature. Nothing feels forced, everything simply flows. Maybe that's what makes Finnish summer so special. It doesn't try to impress. It invites you to slow down, to be present, and to appreciate simplicity. And when it finally fades, it leaves behind a feeling you carry with you, a quiet reminder of how beautiful life can be when light, nature, and people come together,
Oh, quick
even
this.
if only for a short while.
Look at this cloud. I thought they were quiet. much fun. It looks so fun. Oh. Okay, yeah, I think, you know what seeing this video, it reminded me of, you know what is it, the saying that's like, it ends, that's what it gives it value. It's just, I think this truly exemplifies this, this thing of, it's very, good things hardly ever last. Although in this case, of course, it's gonna be a temporary thing. And, it's a cycle, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing that is so short. Obviously, when you are experiencing this beautiful weather, you're so, you're constantly outside, you're so happy. And you probably don't want to think about, oh no, winter is just around the corner. But again, you may think, oh, but I want to be stuck in this sort of perpetual summer, perpetual midnight sun forever. But no, I know that it's really, I think a lot of people may, and probably a lot of Finnish people in this case, they're probably more, I don't know if that's the case, but I would imagine if they make the most out of it because they know that it doesn't really last. And that's what gives it value. It's yes, I know that I'm not gonna be, because I think sometimes, especially I think in the trappings of like daily life, in this case, I think it's different just because you're in the summer. From what I could understand, everyone's on vacation, so no one has sort of any obligations. Well, of course you're gonna have obligations, but not at like work or school or whatever. So I think that just because yes, I'm on a break, this is gonna be, my time to like have fun and to be outside and to enjoy, obviously, this really nice weather. Yes, of course. And you may think, oh, but I could do this forever. Yes, of course, when you're doing it, it may feel as if you could do it forever. But, if you really start to think about this, and again, I would love to ask a Finnish person this, or maybe not, I do not know. But I think once you get it, just imagine this being all year round. I think people, just because again, you get into the trappings of daily life, of a routine, of like a normal routine. And then you probably start thinking, if you constantly have the sun outside and, the sun is constantly outside, but if the sun is outside, it's sunny basically outside and you want to go and bask, in the sun rays. You may think, oh, but because I have it all year, I don't necessarily have to do it today. And that's how you keep putting it off because there are other things that that you need attending to. You have other things to do. You want to do other things. So maybe, and even just, the leisurely pace. Of course, in this case, I think it's just because, again, they're on vacation. So they technically do not have, so I don't have anything to, technically, I don't have anything to do at night or in the morning, so I can stay up late. But again, if this were your life, it's like a permanent vacation, and I don't know, it wouldn't be as fun. I think it's probably really weird to say this because I think that some people may believe, oh no, but I could be on vacation forever. But yeah, sure, that's what you think. But once you get into this sort of routine, that's gonna become the routine. So it's important to have a balance, and this is why it's so important. Obviously nature didn't plan for this, but I think, again, they make the most out of it just because they know that it doesn't really last. And it's gonna be for, I don't know how long it lasts, 2 months, let's say 2 months, around 2 months. So it is, yes, of course you have to make the most out of it because that after this, when this is over, you're gonna have to go back to your normal routine. And the sun, it's gonna go into hiding for a few months, and then it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be rainy, it's gonna be snowy. So yes, you're gonna have to, wow, I have so many activities, so many fun things that I want to do, and you don't really put them off. I'm not delaying things. I'm not saying, oh, well, whatever, like I'll go tomorrow. No, you're going to do it because the sunny days are, we're in the countdown. So it's, yes, one down, only 30 more to go. So it's because you can only do it during certain times of the year, which I think it makes it more valuable. I think it's sort of like Christmas. I think if you have Christmas all year round, for those that really enjoy Christmas, it's not, it wouldn't be that special. You only do this, certain traditions and certain things that you only do, through like wintertime or in Christmas, things that you eat, activities that you do. It's, it's fun because it's special. You don't do it every single day of your life. And in this case, it's the same, only that instead of Christmas, of course, is the Finnish summer. So yes, you have a bunch of activities that you can only do in this short amount of time, in this short window of time. And all the activities, all the fun summer festivals, all the fun, I think, beach activities. I was surprised though by the fact that they had an actual beach. I think especially It's not Scandinavia. I was gonna say Scandinavia. I don't think, I always get them confused. I think it's not Scandinavia. I think it's just northern countries, I think. Okay, I can be totally mistaken about this. But I think one of the things about those really cold countries is that when they know they're surrounded by water, obviously, but the water is, it's cold basically. So it's, in other places when you have a coastline, it's, it's nice because it's the beach. But obviously because you are so up north, the beach isn't that similar to other types of beaches, and because again the water is extremely freezing. It's freezing temperatures, so the beach is not as if a sandy looking beach, and you can be when it's really hot and you can take a dip in the water and refresh yourself. No, this isn't that kind of beach. However, it was giving me the impression of, but this is an actual beach, because I've seen some beaches in Scandinavian / northern countries. And it isn't the same as like a beach in the Caribbean with the sandy white beaches and the water. It looks bright blue, and the water looks beautiful. It looks very inviting. But yes, this beach, I think, also had sand, which I'm surprised. But again, I was thinking, because people were actually swimming here, it must be really nice. No, apparently it's really cold, so people are just brazing the cold. That's one of the things, though. No, it's not really the same, because they still, the water is still gonna be really cold. But still, the fact that you can be outside and just, playing beach volleyball, or just sun tanning in a swimsuit, that I think it's for a country that lives, I think, for me at least, that I thought lived in the perpetual cold and in the perpetual night for, all year round. I think this is quite shocking and surprising, just to see everyone walking around doing their shorts and doing the beach and just being, really enjoying the nice weather when it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's just really, really bright. And I love it. I do want to say I would love to see how the midnight sun looks like in Helsinki and maybe in other places, because I don't know, I imagine, he said no, it looks like this sort of soft light, but still I want to know how light it is, and how, because I understand it's not going to get completely dark. Yes, I understand the concept, but still I would love to see how it looks like. Okay, but is it like, 7 p.m.-ish light? I know it depends on the time of the year. It depends on the place. Sometimes 7 p.m. can be really sunny, and sometimes it can be really dark, depending on what season you are in which country. But still, I want to know like what exactly the light looks like when it's midnight. Is it this small sort of ray of light? I don't know. It must be, what a trip. And I think I don't really understand how they are still sane after this, because I think it would be really, again, it's nice to experience this. Obviously, again, they're probably used to this, but I think it would be really, really strange. Just the concept, like they said, is just very dreamlike. It gives it a dreamlike quality. It's because you're not sleepy and everything. When you haven't slept in a few, you aren't well rested, or you haven't been sleeping very well, and everything starts to look like hazy, and you feel as if your brain is sort of walking on a cloud. I don't know what it's, it's a really weird feeling, but it's sort of, everything feels hazy, everything feels like it's not real. I think, and it's because, it's because I haven't slept. In this case, I wonder if that's what it is. It's just because you haven't been well rested, and your brain sort of needs to, catch up on its sleep and do actual rest. And in order to rest, for real, it's, you can do it 1 or 2 times. But long term, if the weeks go by, you need actual darkness. Your body needs darkness in order to be well rested. So I wonder if everything feels hazy and like a dreamlike quality. Yeah, because no one's getting any sleep because it's the midnight sun. So everything feels just sort of strange, weird, and I don't know. I wonder if that's the case. And again, I don't know how they keep their sanity, because if you're constantly in this, again, for a few months out of the year, you're not thinking, because I know I would, if you have no, if it isn't, dark outside, you kind of lose track of time. So it's sort of, why am I still outside? And you realize, and it's 2 a.m. and you're, hey, why am I at 2 a.m. here? Maybe I should be at home, sleeping. I'm not supposed to be walking on the street. So I think, again, I don't know how they keep their sanity, because I think that's really an internal / well, it's not internal because obviously it's outside. But I think your body has, this mechanism that, when it's dark, you understand, oh yeah, it's getting dark, it's getting late, it's been dark for a while. I think probably I should get home. But in this case, you lose track of time. You can be at work for, I don't know, 15 hours straight or something. It's like, when am I going home? I don't know, because it's constantly, it's light. I don't know. But I think would love to know how they deal with that, because it's just a really, obviously they have coping mechanisms, but still, it seems weird, looking at it this, from the outsider's, perspective. It's just a little strange, and I want to see how they deal with it, because it doesn't seem easy. And that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!